We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto district of Seattle. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Well, this defense for the Seahawks very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call it. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. He'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and a yard. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Seahawks at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Here's second and 10. Now back to throw. Being chased out left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
So first and goal now from the 7-yard line. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 5. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and 11. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on the...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Flushed out right. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 51 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Show that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Up the middle with Brooks here. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot depend on the spot.
Being able to get through like that all the time. Just through all it all. What is going on?
That would tell you whether you had the 1st down or not. You want that upfield play.
What? Are you serious? This game is just saying, go ahead, Tampa Bay. Have it. This guy doesn't deserve one. Injuries and then this BS.
And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
But you do need to know as a young quarterback that if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football, really, in pre-snap. Identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see.
But nah, you can't throw it. Thanks. Thanks, man.
Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Past the 20. And it's a pick 6.
Totally what happened. Just go right behind the defender. Don't try to go in front like a normal person. No, go behind so it can be a pick 6. That makes sense.
Do they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they
Way to go! Way to go, offense! Way to fucking go! Just try to slip behind them. Just let him get the touchdown. Man, this game is crap. That's so awesome. I just love that. I love when my offensive receiver decides he wants to just slip behind him so that way it's an easy pick 6. So awesome. I love it. Love it. Give me another one. Give me another pick.
Coming to the line here to begin their next
Makes
drive.
me not even want to throw.
Offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over
shut up, Dan. I don't want to hear
very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to attack.
He's got it at the 15. And he will score. Touchdown.
One was good and didn't pick for us.
A big play there. 53 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now they can't bring him down. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Out to the left here to Reed. Into space at the 45. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what?
Bro,
the guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But
I've never seen a wide receiver bounce off a block that
makes
far.
that play a really nice timing
It's
play.
like 25 yards.
It can break big.
from the gun. They'll try to run it. And a strong run there as he'll take this
my
all
line
down to the 35.
My defensive line
62 yards rushing for him now.
And
he's carried the ball just
10 yards
times.
carry. Yep, you can't block anything. You block everything. You can't stop the run at all. That makes so much sense.
On play action, they'll throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. And brought down, but not before they're
Why wouldn't
the
he break the tackle?
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Why wouldn't he? And honestly, why wouldn't he break the tackle?
He'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Where's my fumble?
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time.
I just want to know where my fumble is.
That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second.
Oh, no, I'm a hater now. I hope everybody loses all their games.
On the handoff, this is Brooks. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Now 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down.
But I guess that's not something that actually happened.
Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And you drop it?
Complete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
That was the 4th quarter, and I could actually take that.
Seattle. A great play there. 47 yards. And the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he was belted at the end of that one.
The reason this game missed him. And then
the Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Hands it off out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 75 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Yeah. Still.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
I know you guys have
downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. That's pulled in by Brooks. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Here's 1st and goal. Here's Brooks. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case,
there is the fumble.
And all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This crowd.
I got a fumble earlier, and so apparently I can't get a fumble, but they can get it. Yeah.
Back to throw. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
But the incompletion reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Oh, my.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown,
God,
Tampa Bay.
wow.
A 7-yard
No one
touchdown
can
grab.
cover, apparently.
And the Buccaneers answer back with a touchdown.
I was supposed to have a guy right there, but they're like, nah, I'll take a second or
Extra
3
point by
seconds.
McLaughlin is up and good. So it's
Who's
now
wide
a 3-point game here in the closing stages.
So
as a field goal
irritating.
can only tie it. Following the touchdown, here's
So
McLaughlin
freaking
to kick
irritating.
off.
Apparently, game
And
1.
no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. This is 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field.
Careful about using defensive linemen into coverage because you're not supposed to do easy shit like that.
Some kind of moral.
Incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit, get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here, relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Back to throw. He's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, fourth quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem phased one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Here comes 2nd down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This ball intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Seahawks are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small.